Hello, my name is Angel Alonso, and today my persuasive speech is about how safety is key and important in our new day to day lives during this whole pandemic outbreak. People who do not agree with safety, whether it be wearing a mask because it symbolizes tyranny, how they want to muzzle the people nowadays, can be seen as, on the other hand, people can also see it as we need it to keep ourselves and those around us safe. Like if we go to a restaurant, it is necessary that they take our temperature, clean our hands, wipe our feet. It's a bunch of steps that people have taken just so we can be safe. A lot of our daily day things that we need, like going out and taking a run, we can't do anymore because of safety. So people are finding it as let's just wear a mask. Doctors recommend it, lower the chances, make it easier for the hospitals so they can find an actual solution and try to instead of maintaining the ones we already have, which are not very many. Many businesses like mom and pop shops and diners, nail salons, businesses that run in our communities that are not from a chain, like a McDonald's didn't suffer, a Burger King will not suffer because it has a solid foundation and is less likely to go bankrupt than I don't know, a little taco stand that just opened a store that spent all their money and now lost it because they do not have business because people can't go out, or like many people are too scared to leave their houses. Many people are too scared to venture out due to the fact that many of us are not immune to this yet. We do not have that vaccine. We do not have what we need to go back to our day to day lives. Like in 2020, 2020 will not be like 2018 or summer 2016. It's not lit. It's not how we all thought 2020 would be. We always thought 2020 was a year that people would change. Like people were more optimistic, but this pandemic said it all. Like that ain't it, chief. Next is some people that did succeed during this whole pandemic was online marketing people, such as Amazon, Zoom, Classroom, Google Classroom, Canvas, um, Netflix. But a lot of people that did suffer in the online marketing were ESPN and people that survived off of live events and needed people to be there to see it. NFL took a big hit. NBA took a hit. MLB took a hit. Soccer took a hit. Sports and other live events, concerts, artists, label companies, they all took hits. Not just little companies, but also the big ones that required people to physically be there. Because tickets are the big sellers, but also drinks, food, souvenirs, that's where all the money comes from. And if people can't go, they can't sell. So I feel like this is an essential thing on why people taking safety ahead and not just doing what they're recommending is mandatory if you want to get back to normal civilization. Another thing that people tend to overdo is shopping. They tend to overbuy because they don't know when's the next time people are going to stock up. People started off with toilet paper. Oh, we don't know when the next it's a shortage. We got to buy everything now. But look at it now. Stores are reopened. Look at how much money was wasted. So many people rather get toilet paper, fill their garages up with toilet paper instead of getting an extra freezer for their garage and buying 50, 70 pounds of meat, chicken, fish, like things that we can actually use. But I guess people didn't see in the long run. You can't eat paper. Oh, yes, don't let me get started on this. The gyms. The gyms were closed. So many people were reliant on the gym, not just for their physical appearance, but for their mental stability. People needed to work out so that they can have that energy that emotional boost for the day. They got their testosterone out, they relaxed, they functioned. People felt relieved and happy. But when they take that away from someone, they didn't know what to do. People started overeating because they were bored, you know? People gained a lot of weight, I myself included. But one thing is that always will find a way to get it back. Once the gyms reopen, there's precautions that are taken, disinfectants, and they reopen the gyms again. It's gonna be marvelous because people can finally work out again. And then to go out to eat, you can't even go inside the restaurant. Forget eating at a booth. Forget choosing if you want a table or a counter or a booth. That's not even your choice anymore. You eat outside, under a canopy, regardless of the weather. Because of the open air, you don't breathe the same air as everybody else because it's out in the open, and the temperature must be taken. In other countries, I personally visited Mexico. They have a 3-step process before you can even enter a store. And once you enter the store, there's another set of rules. When you enter, you have to take your temperature, disinfect your hands twice, wipe your feet, and then follow the lines. You can't go against the guide or else they escort you outside of the store. It's just taking precaution, and it has worked. Another thing that has been affected is school. School is very different now due to the fact that we are not in a classroom based. Like, we cannot see the teacher, we cannot talk to the teacher, we cannot talk to our classmates. We do not have that connection anymore. Everything is due online. People are learning from home. It has been harder on single parents, everyone, due to the fact that now you have to work and be a teacher yourself. You have to watch your kids, make sure that they're in class, make sure they're doing their work, make sure they're behaving, that they're not doing anything else they're not supposed to on their laptop. It's a very difficult situation for parents and for teachers due to the fact that they can't have that one-on-one connection with students anymore that we once had before all this started. And I feel like, I don't know how many teachers take it, whether they enjoy the distance and the fact that it's tranquil, they don't have to deal with so many kids. They could just kick a kid out, no big deal. But personally, I feel like physical learning is way better than online, hands down. Due to the fact that you can interact with your teacher, ask questions on the moment, go see him if you have to, not just email and wait an hour or 2 hours for a response when right there it could be immediately. Oh, and lastly, the deaths of this whole outbreak. Many people think that this is a joke. This is something the government created. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't, but we will never know. So the best thing we can do is prepare and keep those around us safe. If we have symptoms and may think that we have it, we should get tested. And until we know those results, stay away from your elderly, the youth, anyone around you for the greater good. It's best to miss that barbecue and save your grandparents than to go to the barbecue because, oh, so-and-so has the newest car. That doesn't matter. It's best to put your loved ones before your interest. Thank you, and this is my presentation.